There has been much said about the World Health Organization. I'm sure you've heard it yourself lately. It has been mostly critical. Even President Trump went on the attack against it this week as he describes it as being in favor of China. What is the WHO? Why is it there? And what about it makes it so suddenly so controversial? Here's NRS correspondent Michelle Greenstein to explain it to us.
The World Health Organization was founded in 1948. It's the UN agency responsible for international public health. President Trump's recent decision to halt funding to the WHO has sparked a debate on whether or not the organization is biased towards China. The WHO, like any organization, needs money, and China does contribute money to its budget. But China is only the 16th largest contributor to the WHO budget. A significant portion of the money comes from non-government entities. For example, after the United States government, the largest funder of the WHO is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the largest private foundation on Earth. The next top private donor is the Global Alliance for Vaccines, which the Gates Foundation helped set up, and which is reliant on Gates Foundation funding to this day. Turn on pretty much any news program these days, and you'll find Bill Gates, whose philanthropy has made himself an expert in infectious diseases. Gates is seen as a voice to listen to because in 2015 he gave a TED Talk warning that the world was unprepared for the next outbreak. But it's possible that the priorities of the Gates Foundation aren't the same as the objective progression of global health.
WHO gets half of its money from nations, and the other half comes from industry. The single biggest contributor after the United States, the single biggest contributor is the Gates, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which has a very close relationship to the pharmaceutical industry and has goals that are almost identically aligned with the industry.
So why is the United Nations World Health Organization forced to rely on a private organization for such a significant portion of its funding? According to Global Health Watch, the fundamental challenge at play here is a chronic funding crisis. A lack of public funding has made the WHO turn to private sources. And while in the early period after the organization's formation, required contributions from UN member states were the majority of its budget, by 2016-2017, that number had fallen to 20%. Even the former WHO Director General has noted in the past that her budget is driven by what she calls donor interests. The WHO needs money, and it gets it where it can, including from private organizations. But it's only once donor control is broken that a global institution like the WHO can serve its intended purpose. For the News with Rick Sanchez, Michelle Greenstein, RT.